Conjugal violence and COVID-19. Conjugal violence cases began to increase from the start of the pandemic. The increase was seen in countries around the world. What was the common global factor? The common global factor was isolation. Isolation is a huge part of conjugal violence. An abusive partner will isolate the victim from friends and family. If the victim is isolated, it is easier for the abuser to have power and control over them. The lockdown and quarantine measures imposed on the world to contain the virus created the perfect environment of isolation for abusers. The virus is still among us, and we are still living in isolation to some degree. Here are some things you can do to stay safe. Number 1. Leave while you can. Try to leave before a quarantine goes into effect in your area. Call a women's center to make a plan or rely on friends and family. 2. Create a safety plan. Identify safe areas of the house without weapons where you can escape. Instruct your children on how to go for help. Keep a phone on you at all times. Think of reasons you can give to leave the house. 3. Designate a friend or neighbor you can signal with a code word. Choose a word like lamp, which will let them know you are in danger and to call the police. 4. Have a quarantine bag. Hide supplies for yourself in case your abuser cuts you off from resources. Include items such as cash, a phone, hand sanitizer, toiletries, toys and books for your children, clothing, your keys, prescriptions, IDs, copies of important documents. 5. Practice self-care. It might feel impossible, but you can still take care of yourself. Listen to music, cuddle a pet, go for a walk, watch a funny movie, take a relaxing bath. 6. De-escalate. Try to avoid triggers. Think about what usually calms your partner. While it might feel wrong to submit to your partner, there is no shame in doing what is necessary to keep you or your family safe. Now, here are some things you can do to help a woman who is quarantined with her abuser. Number 1. Be someone she can call for help. Have a code word signaling danger. 2. Give empowering support. Give options and possible resources for her to choose from. 3. Convincing them to leave immediately isn't always best. Don't try to convince them to leave their abuser without a plan. Domestic violence is complex, and often victims are reliant upon their abusers for income or are afraid to be separated from their children. 4. Protect yourself as well. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Call 911 if you hear screaming. Number 5. Share this information. There are many people who need this information right now. Remember these important resources. The police, 911. SOS Violence Conjugale, which is open 24/7. 1-800-363-9010. The Shield of Athena, 514-274-8117. Don't be afraid to ask for help.